Hello, welcome to another Mustang Monday. Got another quiet evening for the in-person event. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of what we're working on. And so far, they like the hay pillow best. And that's okay. We don't mind. I have a bit of a glare here, so if you ask me a question and I don't answer, just ask again, or I will answer it later when I am in the house. Look at these three pretty girls. Let's see how close I can get before they want to leave. Hi Joy, hi Lisa, welcome. Hi Nancy. There's Sally. Pretty close. 5 feet. Hi Jacob. Love you too, Lisa. Hi Liz. If only you were here in person. All of you. I'm like, still 5 feet. I went sideways, not forward. And that's enough for razzle. I mean dazzle. But maybe they'll touch the target. Check in the bucket. We're gonna step on the target, but not touch it. That's okay. So Razzle came right back. And now she's just moving it away from me. That's fine. Back to 5 feet. And here comes Dazzle. What a good girl. So we have Razzle closest, Dazzle in the middle, Felicity on the right. And now they move the hay bag closer. By mistake. Tactical error. Aren't they the prettiest girls? Oh, maybe Razzle will touch the target. Nope, she's going to check the bucket, see if I put anything in there. Hi. And back to the hay. So now I'm like 4 feet away. Comes Dazzle again. Patricia. Hi, Sean. How's Saratoga? I love him too. Hi. What is that? So normally Dazzle's main covers her Freeze brand really well. Turn your head, please. But I just saw like the back end of it, and it looks like there's this big, ugly extra. Do you see that underneath it? I can't make it bigger. I can make it bigger. But now she's looking at me again. I haven't seen Felicity's freeze brand either. Turn your head, please. Look that way. Thank you. Do you see that? What is up with that? I'm sorry, it's not your fault. I still love you. Hi, Jen. How's Oren? Yeah, this is how close I am. There's my foot. There's a horse nose. And there they are, moving the hay bag away from me again. Too funny. Hi, James. They all have freeze brands. All three of them. That's how they're identified by the BLM. They're on the left side of the neck. And it's like a series of symbols that represent numbers. And a symbol, whoops, what are you scared of? Oh, that's what we're scared of. Hey! Hold on, I gotta yell at the dog. Hello! Out! Out! Aren't they pretty? My dog is bad. Oh yeah, I don't know what spoiled is about either. He should be spoiled. Saratoga Blue was one of the Mustangs that was rounded up with these three girls. And I'm sure they missed him terribly. Hi, Sue. Are you gonna touch your target? That would be great. Yeah, I don't think Saratoga's spoiled at all. Look at my horses. They're not spoiled either. They don't have to touch me. It's okay. Nobody has to touch me. So what I've been doing is putting their little treat bucket over here at the end. So actually the dog was kind of helpful. Hi, Shauna. Welcome. And if you missed the beginning, if you have questions, feel free to ask them. I'm outside, so sometimes I can't really see what's coming up on the screen. So if you don't get an answer to your question, either ask it again or I will answer it when I get inside. Please touch the target. You're gonna go for the hay ball. Hi. You're gonna go right past the hay ball. Come around behind. Tell Oren we said hi. Please don't run me over. Thank you. Very nice. What was that about? I didn't even move. You can do it. I saw you looking at it, but I wasn't fast enough. So now we're just gonna wait. Hi, Philomena. I like your name. It's a very pretty name. Look at the target. Good. I already put some alfalfa in the little bucket. Oh, nice. I hope he likes it. I hope Oren likes the video. That's Jen's kid. So far, all of them have touched the target, but they haven't completely made the connection between the target, the bridge word, and the reward. But this is the third time I've tried it. Good. The first two times were last week, and then I was out of town, so we haven't had any reinforcement since then. And I quit using the clicker because I have a friend that the clicker sound grates on her nerves. Hi, Crystal. Welcome to the middle way. Oh man, I just got sprayed with fly spray. Yuck. Oh, hi Carol, that's a good question. The hay ball is in here all the time for them to play with, and the hay pillow also, so it kind of slows them down to eat. And when I do the hand feeding practice, it's nice for them to have different options. So it's not like you either get to eat by touching me or you don't get to eat. So they have like, well, I'm not feeling safe to come to you to take some alfalfa, but I'm okay to eat from the hay pillow nearby. So twice a day they get flakes, hay flakes spread around so that they can eat to their little heart's content. And the training that we do is extra. So we use a high value treat for training, like the alfalfa pellets. So the problem here is if Frazzle touches the, good, yep, scary. Yeah, if she touches the, this would be cool if she took hay pellets from my little hand. Too much? So it's easier for them to pick up the alfalfa hay rather than the pellets. So she hasn't taken pellets from my hand yet. But she's pretty consistent when I sit with a high value alfalfa. Good girl. Good. So she's starting to associate that with something, but she's not comfortable quite yet. And if I walk around behind them to put more hay in their bucket or pellets in their bucket, it would probably scare them. I'm glad you enjoy them, because as soon as people stop enjoying them, I'm just going to hog these horses all to myself. Yeah, alfalfa's great. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. They do play with the hay ball quite a bit. So we usually fill the hay ball at least twice a day. And they paw at it. Like this evening when I filled it, I like raised it up over the pipe panel fence, which is quite high. It's 6 feet high. And then I just tossed it in there, and they were not afraid. So that's great. The first time I tried to put it in, they were like, oh my God. But as soon as I walked away from it, they walked right up to it. And there's a video of the first time I introduced the hay ball. Do you want this? I'll give it to you. See? Delicious. So I'm just going to give this another minute. And then I'm going to go get the, whatchamacallit, alfalfa hay. Good girl. Very brave. Good girl. And again, if you're just joining us and you ask a question and I don't answer, ask it again, or I will answer it when I get done and get inside and can see what I'm actually filming. Hey Beulah, welcome. And if there's anything you want to see, let me know and I'll see if I can get that done for you too. And if you have any feedback, we're always trying to do better for y'all, because you know these horses are important. Is it Kathy? Kathy McGuire Holly? Welcome. Hi, Carrie. Do you want this? Will you walk away? How if I go this way? Here's an idea. Here's an idea. put some pellets in their little bowl. Your big bowl, rather. So this happens sometimes where, well, I'm going to work on target training and they're going to touch the target and they're going to get their treats for it. and then sometimes they're just not in the mood. I think they're beautiful. Such beautiful horses. So while I have you here, if we were to do a contest and had you guess how tall the horses are, what would you all like to have for a prize? And we'll see what we can do. So there would be 3 winners because we got 3 horses and they are actually all 3 different sizes. And it would be height and hands. And don't be guessing here. I just want to know what you think would be good prizes. I was thinking we could do like a private session where we could zoom in for a meeting with the horses. Or if you're local, you could do a private special meeting. We also run a therapeutic riding center, so we could set up with riding lessons for the, what do you call it, neurotypical, or for special needs riders. We have a veterans program. Veterans always ride for free. Yeah, I just always let them take their time. It's really important to us. I've found that if you let them decide when they're ready, things go faster longer. It builds up trust better. Good girl. And it was just more respectful, you know? We don't have an agenda. We're a sanctuary. If we never ride any of these horses, it's okay. And if we could ride these horses, that would be fine too. I would prefer that. I would, if it were up to me, I would ride the 2 younger ones and let Razzle just be a grandma and enjoy her retirement. She's 15, which is pretty young for a domesticated horse. It's pretty young for a wild horse too. But for making her fit into our time frames and what we want her to do, is it really worth starting her as a 15-year-old? I don't know. You know, if she tells me she wants to give it a try, we'll do it. And hopefully I will be able to understand what she's talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the alfalfa pellets in these other 2 buckets. I'm going to go get the alfalfa hay. So bear with me for just a minute. I'll wait. She's coming closer. Good. Give her the bridge word. Good. And move away. So Dazzle's not as confident as the other 2. So a lot of times if she just looks at me, see, she's like, that's a scary sound and I don't like it. When she's heard that sound a lot and she knows it's food going into the bucket. Good. You can come closer. Yeah, she's going to go around. That's fine. That's okay. We did have some of the sanctuary horses over here by the fence, and they let me feed them. And the Mustangs saw it, so that's always good. They've done quite a few studies that show the horses do learn by watching other horses. So if you have a stable set up where the horses can see other horses being ridden, it makes it easier to train that horse. Whoops, I'm going to drop the phone. No, I got it. I got it. Hey, Rosemary. This one's just going to eat all the hay pillow hay. Oh, I usually put alfalfa hay in the blue bins and I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, I've been following the Sandwash Basin horses for years myself. And that's why we got them. You know, because I knew that they'd always been together, and how heartbreaking if they were to be separated. Good girl. I really do not like that big ugly brand below her regular brand. What is up with that? I'm gonna have to research that. I'll let you know what I find out. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about adopting all three. When we got Felicity, she was very poor, significantly underweight. Not Felicity. We got them all three together. Razzle, this one here, taking alfalfa from my hands, was very much underweight. And I have no doubt in my mind that if she had stayed in holding, she would not have lasted 6 months. Especially if she'd been separated from the other two. Hi, Rita. Hi, June. Welcome to our live. Recently found out that the Bureau of Land Management is not required to track horse deaths or illnesses in holding. That's a little frightening. Hi, Lynn. She comes again. Hey, Heather. I am so lucky. I am ridiculously lucky. I mean, if I just spend the rest of these horses' days hand feeding them alfalfa, I am perfectly content with that. Hey, Julie. Yeah, I'm really pleased. I was very worried that Razzle might have some underlying condition because her haircut was pretty thick for a horse in June. And she really was so thin and so sucked up. But I think it was just stress. So I'm hoping that next year she'll shed out nicely. And by next year I'll be able to halter and lead them. And Felicity has been close enough, long enough that I could take off her ID tag. But she's just not quite trusting me enough to allow me to take it off. Hi, Linda. Did I say hello to you earlier? I can't remember. Nice, Nancy. I think we should be friends. And again, if you're ever in the area and you want to make an arrangement to come see them, if you can't make it on a Monday evening, that's perfectly fine. We'll help you out. Yeah, when Saratoga is ready to go on adventures, maybe you can come visit and he can hang with them again. But then it would be heartbreaking to separate them, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Or maybe Sean will have to move here. He'd look good in Colorado. Good girl. Sometimes, since Dazzle is so shy, I will sometimes just toss her own hay. And I try to let a lot of it fall at my feet because Felicity likes to eat that. Now, Dazzle's really never very far. She's the first one to leave, though. And I'm very grateful that that spot above her eye is a brown color. And it's not blood like I thought it was when I first saw her in holding. And they have all taken hay from my hands. I've touched Felicity's forehead, like I rubbed her star. And another time I rested my hand on her head and she was cool with that. I've touched this one's nose. And this one likes to come straight at me, so she doesn't like me to get a sideways. You never know, Nancy. You might need a vacation. The good old fair play. I get greedy sometimes and I'm like, Sean's already petted her horse. Did you get scared? It's okay. Did you get scared of Felicity because she's a meanie head? It's okay, we love her anyway. So when Dazzle's not nervous, she keeps Felicity in line. She won't let her push Razzle, ouch, around too much. Yeah, and Saratoga took his own ID tag off his second day home. I was like, man. You can do it. You can do it. Look, look, look. She's being so brave. Nice. We'll help you. It's a small community here. Oh, she's so funny. Yeah, it's a lot cooler here than it was in Canyon City. It was so hot down there. Don't be mean. I'll yell at you. You know you don't like that. Here's her braveness. Good girl. Hey! Not nice. You see her? Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Come and get your own. Yeah, she really prefers to eat the scraps that I drop by my feet. Look how beautiful. Can you show me your freeze brand someday? What are they looking at? Huh. I don't see anything. It's probably my dog again. Neighbor's cows, maybe. Hi, Mary. Mary Alice Burris Lovell. That is also a fabulous name, right up there with Philomena Price. I love people's cool names. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't see. The dog is just sitting by the car. Hey, Sue. Can you hear him blowing? I don't have my glasses on, so even if I could see around the shelter, I would not be able to tell you what they're looking at. The neighbor's goats got out the other day, but when I came, they were all in their pen. They're a team. Can you imagine separating these horses? They're stunning. I totally agree with you. Completely gorgeous. One day I'm going to get my voice back too. And you'll all be in trouble. What do you see, ladies? Want to tell me? Yeah, they're safe here. It will, yeah. Somebody was asking me about the other day, and I just went off. I'm like, no, they're here for good. And I'm off in my head going, I will come back as a ghost to protect these horses and keep them together. Hey, Sheila. So if you've just shown up, the horses have seen something terrifying. And I haven't figured out what it is because I don't have my glasses on. And I can't see as well as I can. Yeah. There's a word for that when they move together. It'll come to me. It is, has to do with connection, but it's not connection. It's like a special, attunement. They are in attunement. And that's typical for herd animals. So people do it too. So we talk about mirror neurons and how people who are close and have an emotional connection, they will often do the same things at the same time. They're for body movements, body language. And that attunement with the horses helps keep them safe. If I leave and figure out that there's some antelope or some elk over there, or the cows are loose, or I will let you know. This has been a very long video. There we go. Still worried, but their heads are starting to lower. Starting to look other places. If you come over here, I'll take your tag off. No? Okay. Don't scare people. Okay, not quite ready yet. All together. Do you want some alfalfa? Be nice to your grandmother. I say that so many times. Hi, Teresa. So the process is when I feel well enough. There's two horses. Oh, they're all distracted. There's two horses over there. They are both pretty well behaved, and they're accustomed to being with groups and stuff. Hi, Neil. So we're going to start hand walking them over here. We have a gate from this side of the property to the other, and we'll just hand walk them nearby. I gotta yell at the dog. Halo, out. Good. Brat. I love her so much. So yeah, we're going to start bringing them over. I have a young horse that I will probably start riding over here when I'm well enough to ride again. I've been sick for a very long time. She's not as close as you think. I just zoomed in the camera. She is pretty close. And next spring, we're going to start cross-fencing the property on this side. So we'll move some of the sanctuary horses or potentially the therapy horses over here. so they can start having company that way. But right now we don't want to kind of disturb their dynamic if we can help it until they're feeling more confident being here. So I think I would like to be able to halter and lead them before I put them with other horses. But I might change my mind. It might be better for them to do that sooner rather than later. And if that's the case, then that's what we'll do. Come on. There we go. Do you want that? More food for you. And I like doing it this way because these two chubbies don't need the alfalfa. It's good for them to have some. But I really want her to have the bulk of the alfalfa. And so far that's worked out. She's the bravest one. She'll eat about half of Flake. Yes, Kathy, they are related. Am I saying your name right? Kathy or Kath? Razzle is 15. And she is Dazzle's mother, who is 12. And Dazzle is Felicity's mother, and she is 6. So in the wild, they've been together often enough. Yes, Kathy, great. Thank you for that. That these two have been called the Painted Ladies collectively. And then this little monkey was born. Look here, the brave one. Good girl, Dazzle. What a good girl. So proud. Yeah, so these three have consistently chosen to stay together. So Dazzle stayed with her mother to have Felicity. And when Felicity was older, she left the band for a little while and had a baby and came back. So when these three were rounded up, the idea of them being separated was just too much for our little nonprofit to bear. So we spent months organizing and planning and fundraising so that we can get these 3 horses with the sole purpose of keeping them together. Well, and keeping them healthy and happy. Very close to me right there. But now Dazzle missed her window. Come back. Come back. And sometimes I will throw hay to her because it's harder for her to come to me than the other 2. And I want her to know it's worthwhile. Good girl. Hey, be nice to her. She's so mean to her grandmother. And when Dazzle's not testing her own boundaries, she does not let Felicity do that. They're still concerned about something over yonder. Hi, Susan. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I try. Sometimes I lose my temper. But I try not to. And I try to walk away when I'm like, why won't you take my hay? It's my delicious hay. Then I leave. And then I come back. Hi, Carol. Did I say hello to you before? Well, even if I did, hello again. Come back. Sorry, got distracted. I was looking at them with my eyes, but not pointing the camera at them. Come on, brave girls. You can do it. Hey. Gonna give her all the hay. Here she comes. Here you go. Good girl. You can have some too. You just gotta come closer. Look at this mess I've made. You can have all of that. Good girl. So I had a whole compressed flake of alfalfa, and I have about 1/8 of it left. So again, if you're just joining us, if you have questions and I don't answer them, I'll answer them when I can see better, because I don't always see them come up. Good girl, so brave. If you have any suggestions or if you wanted to leave us a review, that would be helpful. We do have a GoFundMe to help care for these 3 horses. It's pinned to the top of our Facebook page. You can donate through our website. If you're local and wanted to come volunteer, I try to make it fun. So if I work your butt off, I will find some way to let you do things that you enjoy doing. We have riding opportunities for qualified volunteers. We need help with our riding lessons, with our admin, fundraising. We essentially need help. Good girls. Yeah, so if you have suggestions of what you'd like to see, we do have more horses in our sanctuary. I think we have 12. I'm not a good counter. So if you want to meet them, we're happy to do that, especially before it gets really cold and nasty. And let me know your ideas for prizes if we do a contest to guess how tall these horses are. And if nobody has any immediate questions, I'll go ahead and wrap things up. And thank you all for joining us and for supporting us. If you could like and share our stuff. Oh, she's going to steal this whole thing off my lap. She does that all the time. She always gets it away from me. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, anytime we can bring a little bit of joy into this world for someone else, it makes things worthwhile. Yeah, so please give us suggestions or feedback. Good girl. Your mother took it all. You're going to have to ask her. And I hope you all have a beautiful evening. And I hope that you can join us again. We're going to do this every week until the weather turns. It does get very cold and dark here at 6 o'clock. Are you seeing the scary thing again? And thank you so much for your support. Talk to you all again. Bye.